I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. Come on in, come on in. What is up? What is up? What's up? Okay, you guys, y'all already started off. Go on ahead and put your city and state in the chat. We are here to do the official review. My sister and I are here to do the official review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 14. And I called it, You Better Watch Her, okay? What is up, Clone? How are you?
Great. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Let's see what's going on in the chat, everybody. Let me give you all a couple of rules first before we start, because I want to make sure that everybody do have a good time. Right now, I'm having an issue with trolls. So all of the moderators, you have whatever you see in the chat that's just bringing down the mood of the chat, going ahead and take them out. Just get them out of there right away, time them out. Everybody just mind your P's and Q's. But if there's anybody that you notice that's a troll, go ahead and take them out. That way people can continue to just have a good time in the chat, okay? I don't want for anyone to feel like, you know, there's any kind of crazy stuff going on over here. But I would like to say hello to everybody. Let's see. What's up? What is this? Tiltonsville, Ohio. What's up, Tiltonsville? Let's see, do we have anybody else? You'll have to be a member for at least 20 minutes. I did put on a little block on the chat just to make sure everybody is doing okay. What's up? Is it Tacoma, Washington, Georgia? Hey, what's up, Mississippi? What's up, Missouri? Okay, so you guys, we're gonna get through this because I know Melody is going live probably in an hour or so to also do a review for last night's episode. So a lot of people have been saying that she has not been promoting the season, and it looks like she's been doing it on TikTok. She answers questions and things like that about the show, but she said that she wanted to do like a viewer watch. So she's going to actually review the show. Let's see, come on in. Let's see, Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. So come on in. All right. Clone is in the house. Okay. So y'all, I wanted to play a couple of things before we get started. Let me take that down. I actually have my little background, the water in the background, because I wanted that to be in honor of the girls' trip. Okay, what's up, Kevin? I love when the guys come over to say hello. I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me today, all of the content creators, all of the subscribers. You guys everybody's been awesome. So I appreciate every single one of y'all. Really, 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 really do. Okay. So, yeah. So the first thing I wanted to say is I think maybe on Friday or Thursday, I said that Love and Marriage Huntsville was still taping. And I said that, it just felt like they've been taping all year long. But they officially wrapped last night. So I wanted to show y'all just a little bit of the wrap party. I think it's the showrunner. I think his name is Marcus. He's telling everybody it's a wrap, basically. So check this out. Okay. And that is a wrap. So everybody pretty much is there. Destiny, you see her like bent back screaming. I don't know who that guy is behind her because I've not seen him before. Marcus got on a little red hat. I see Kimmy, Nell Fletcher's son, Lil Chris Jr. There's Kayla. That's the Fletcher family, period. Then you see that's Marceau's name. I hear Tisha, so she must be filming. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with y'all. Looks like it is a wrap, child. They have finally wrapped the season. So I just wanted to play that little bit for you guys. Hey, everyone, I appreciate you for coming in. 256 of you are watching right now. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys. Now, listen, I had an opportunity to hear some things earlier today when Mel was over on the tickety talk, okay, as the grand folk would call it if they were around, the tickety talk. And she has some interesting things to say. So I wanted to play two clips. One where she is talking about whether or not she knew Destiny was going to arrive on the trip. The other one I want to play is her talking about the room arrangements, okay? What's up, Captain Venus? Are you in the North Pole today? You were in the South Pole last time, honey. Thank you so much for blessing the channel 2 times, okay? I appreciate you so much. You are a sweetheart. So I wanted to play both of those, and then we are going to move forward. Thank you so much. Lady D's Keys, Linda Gamble, Cookie from the Shy, everybody who is over here right now helping out in the chat. In case some moderators came in late, I have asked that if y'all see anything that is bringing down the chat, any troll that's bringing down the chat, going ahead and just time them out, block them, get them out of here, because I want to make sure everybody has a good time. Yes, child, April, the tickety talk. Okay, so let's play these 2 clips. Hold on.
Through and was just looking at, like I did it in real time. It wasn't preconceived. It wasn't something thought out before. I just walked through and was looking and doing what makes sense,
Okay, so she's clearly talking about the room arrangement. She says she got there and she did what made sense now.
Like, okay, so I don't know. Sometimes people be thinking you be trying to comfort them or thinking you trying to, and it don't even be that. And I was like, when this airs and they watch it back and see that I literally chose rooms in real time, thinking it out loud. Hopefully they show me thinking it out loud. Like, okay, oh wait, she bringing somebody. Okay, their sister-in-laws, boom, boom. I hope they show that. I haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch it today. For sure. I'm gonna watch it today because I haven't been watching it so long, but I said I'm gonna watch it today. I'm just saying, I don't know, like, yeah. And then even after that, I was like, we were willing to give up our rooms. We like, it ain't that deep to us. We ain't trying to be in this house. No way. We're trying to be outside. Y'all can have our rooms. I don't care. It was not that deep to me. I'm like, look, y'all can come. I told them this. I said, y'all can come in my room. If y'all want to come in here and y'all want to run a bathtub in this big old jacuzzi tub, baby, just let me know and I will get out. You can come enjoy yourself. If you need my closet, come. I literally said, I don't know if they showed it. I got to see. But I said, y'all, the whole house is all of ours, okay? I said, the whole house is all of ours, for real.
And I do want to say that this was sponsored by the show. So whatever it is, OWN Network, they sponsor the trip.
Whatever you need, what you need, it's all of ours. That's how I look at it. The whole house is all of ours. So that's it. Okay? That's it. That's what I said. That's what I said. Matter of fact, I know most of the nights after we were done working, they was all coming to my room and we was in there talking, laughing, and chilling. We all climbed up on the bed, talking and laughing and recapping the day. I mean, like I said, it's the whole house is all of ours. All of it.
Did you hear that? After all the crazy, slimy stuff that may have gone down at the table, they still all just chilled and was cool after it. Okay, she said after work. She's really, I told y'all sometimes it feels like she's dropping nuggets. After work, we was all just in the room, hanging, chilling, laughing, joking. After work.
All of it. Matter of fact, I know most of the nights after we were done working, they was all coming to my room and we was in there talking, laughing, and chilling. We all climbed up on the bed, talking and laughing and recapping the day. I mean, like I said, it's the whole house is all of ours. All of it. All of it.
Okay, that was one clip. Thank y'all for sitting there and listening through it. This is the stuff that I listen to when I come and bring you guys content. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to hear what she's gonna say. So I know there was a lot of questions that was asked and she was, being firm about some things. But if you tell me that the majority of the time after y'all wrap for the day, everybody was in your room, you won't have to specify for me who's everybody. At this point, she was talking about Tisha and Kimmy, because that was really like, that was the, you know, people were saying, what about the room? What about the room? And she said, at the end of the day, everybody was in my room. So I just wanted to point that out. This is how my discernment works. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but it is. It's how, oh no. Nobody can hear? Can you hear me, Clone?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. Can't hear. If you guys can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, because I'm not sure. Okay, Captain Venus said yes. Okay, I was going to say, that was a lot of yip yapping for nobody to hear me. Thank y'all. You can hear. Okay, so then I'm going to play the second audio. This is this is Melody talking about whether or not she knew Destiny was coming. Okay. All right. So here's the second clip.
Initially, you know, so let me, because y'all know I'm gonna keep it a buck. Was I super shocked? No. Because I also understand reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
So was I super shocked? And that's the thing I think people also got to remember too, is y'all are literally watching a reality TV show. So
pausing again, trying to bring people to reality. Y'all are watching a reality TV show. Y'all got to remember, this is what she's saying to the audience, to her crowd. Okay.
Was I super shocked? No. Because I also understand reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
So was I super shocked? And that's the thing I think people also got to remember too, is y'all are literally watching a reality TV show. So was I super shocked by it? No. How did I feel? But what I will say is, when I found out she was coming, how I felt is what I said. I think I said it. And I think I said it because I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos saying I said, F Destiny. So that's what I felt. That's what I felt. Like, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm not stupid. I understand we on reality TV. So, hey, it is what it is, whatever, you know, and that's how I felt about it.
Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to play, those two clips, because that was really like the majority of the conversation, I thought, last night, when it was literally an open panel. I said I didn't want to give my commentary. It was all about everybody else, and I was just trying to get people to talk. But anyway, I appreciate you, Captain Venus, for blessing the channel one more time, child. I just want to put it out there. But she said my feelings were F Destiny, whether I knew she was coming or not. Those were my feelings. I put it out there when it happened on the show, which Clone and I are going to talk about. But she said at the same time as reality TV, and when we're done working, you know, they were enjoying the island like they were supposed to. All right, now let's get into it. Okay, Cloner, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Sorry. All right, let's get to it. So listen, it starts with Melody Cherie, her friend, Dr. Shanita, and her makeup artist, Lauren. They are all arriving to, it's not a villa. It's just a house, right? Would it be considered a villa? It's
I
a
would
house.
consider it a villa. I mean, it was a beautiful property.
Okay. Thank you. It was a beautiful property. Okay, so let's call it a villa. They arrived first, those three, and they, you know, doing normal girl talk stuff. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in, talk about how beautiful the island is and all this. These are the three single ladies that's here, right? And I think the only other single person that's going to show would be Destiny. Everybody else is coupled. So these are the three single ladies. They're here. They go into the house and they're looking at how beautiful the property is. They are in awe of, like, I think is that like a lanai? There was an infinity pool. They were overlooking the ocean. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So they come in and they're excited. Like, I think it was Melody. She had two cards and she was like, whoever, she'll let them pick, and whoever got their name got to stay in that room. Lauren ended up picking it. Now, Lauren's room was beautiful. I think she had access to the patio from her room. She had her own bathroom. She had a I don't know, like a hot tub. She had a whole bunch of stuff in there. So she was jumping around. She was excited. And who else? I think even Dr. Shanita was just a little bit mad, child. Didn't you hear her say, I think y'all did this on purpose. So
Yeah.
even Dr. Shanita was a little bit jealous, okay? But she shook it off. She shook it off, yes, but Lauren did have a great room. I think she may have had the best room. She shook it off, and they literally just went to the next room. That's when we see who else? Dr. Shanita gets hers, Melody gets hers, and then she starts saying, listen, I don't want anybody to have to worry about rooms. We're not drawing straws. We're not doing any of that. And she started doing the room assignments based on what she thought would be appropriate. Okay. We're going to give Sunny her own room because nobody fooling with Sunny like that. We know that Tisha is bringing a +1. So her sister-in-law can stay in this room with 3 beds. And then Nell Fletcher, I want her to have her own room because she's the matriarch, right? She was given a reason why for everything. And even in that little bitty audio, she said, listen, I hope that the ladies get to see how these rooms were chosen because there was truly no malice in how we picked these rooms or how I picked the rooms. Okay. So that's how that went down. Let's see. Before they go into the house, Shanita said that Mel was going to hang around a bunch of snakes. Okay. Let's talk about that, Trina. I'm happy you said that. Okay. So the one thing that I do remember, because I had to sit down with this for a minute. Do y'all remember the Valentine's sleepover that Mel had earlier in the season? It could have been like episode 2 or 3. And it was Dr. Shanita, Lauren, Brittany. Who else was there?
Someone by the name of Tamika, I think.
Yeah, maybe a Tamika, something like that. Those ladies ended up talking to Mel. Dr. Shanita was trying to hook Mel up with a man with no side tooth. She was like, well, he ain't got a side tooth, Mel, but you can work with that. You can fix it. Okay. She was like, you don't like how they dress. You don't think they got enough swag. She was trying to set her up. She was like, I'm not working with nobody with no teeth. Okay. But they ended up talking about her relationship, Martell. And she said, listen, I'm not ready to date. These are the things that Martell has been doing. And then the conversations got on the circle of castmates. Okay, so she started talking about the castmates, and she was like, I'm a little bit triggered because people don't understand where I am. And Dr. Shanita's last words in that scene was, these women aren't your friends, and you're going to have to figure out who's for you and who's not for you, Mel. You should not be with anybody, or you shouldn't be putting yourself in any situation where you couldn't, where these people don't understand. That was the theme that led here. Because I think after probably everybody reviewed the show for that episode, we were probably all saying the same thing. Like, it looks like Melody's going to be picking friends or telling her people who's not her friend. And that's how we got to the whole, if you're inviting me, Martell can't come. That's how that whole thing started. So, and I'm sure it started even before then. I'm sure it was already discussed with production, but the way they brought us the story, the way production brought us the story that was how that conversation happened. And then Mel was having individual conversations like, I'd love to come, but I can't be in any rooms with Martell. And that's how that happened, right? So the internet knows that there's a restraining order. They did not say that on the show. And in fact, I think maybe Chris Fletcher asked Martell, does Melody have a restraining order on you? And Chris Fletcher and Martell's like frowned his face up and made it seem like it didn't happen. Okay. Ann Pink said, cast the snakes. This is what Shanita says. So I'm saying this to set the scene. Shanita says, walking in, you are surrounded by snakes. Melody is now coming into this space. She's invited all these girls, better spaces, better places. This is how we're supposed to rock it, right? So they've all found their rooms. In the meantime, what happened next? They were at the airport, right?
Yeah, the next part was the airport scene.
Okay. So what were your thoughts on this scene?
On the airport scene, okay. I want to start by saying I could feel that Nell's energy was bad at the airport. Okay. I think Nell's energy was bad before she got to St. Thomas. That was my opinion. That was one. Number
Okay.
two, I had a problem with how Sunny was greeted.
Okay.
I didn't like that. I don't care if you don't know that she's coming, be an adult and say hello. She
Okay.
shouldn't have to individually greet all of you in order to get a hello out of any of you. That was wrong.
Okay. Thank you, Venus. Venus is just hooking the channel up today. She is blessing the channel. Thank you. Venus is a channel sponsor. Okay. Okay, go ahead. So you didn't like how they're
Mm-mm.
so they're showing the ladies all come in, and it looks like everybody is arriving at the same time, except for
Yeah.
Destiny.
Except for Destiny. I get that they're trying to give an alliance with Destiny and that's cool, but you can still be an adult about the whole situation. Not saying hello isn't going to make or break Destiny. It does not do anything to Destiny. It doesn't hurt her. It doesn't mean that you're not friends with her. None of that means anything. You can be cordial.
Okay.
I felt like that really brought Sunny's, it brought her demeanor down. Like, you know what I mean? Like it kind of put her in a reserved space where her guard was up, and rightly so. I don't blame her for having her guard up, but it kind of pissed me off, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Someone said that Mel mentioned the invite to Sunny, not to the group. She mentioned it to the audience when she spoke with Sunny, but not to the group. So it looked like Sunny was kind of in a different location when all the rest of the team or the cast was there, right? I called them team, sorry. The rest of the cast was there except for Destiny. They're all pulling luggage. They're all talking about their men. Oh, I wish Maurice was here. Oh, this is why I wish Fletcher was here. Tisha was like, Tisha was the only one when Kimmy said, that's why I don't like girls. Tisha was like, shut your mouth. That's your thing. I'm cool with Marceau and the kids behind. Tisha was like, I'm good with the girls trip. But they were all talking about their booze. And Sunny is taking this long walk foot down. And I think Kimmy may have seen her first, or maybe Stormy saw her first. And when she was like, who that? Like, everybody all just seemed to drop their mouths like, what the? Like, they were shocked. And Kimmy was the only one who had the right mind to walk over and hug her like, oh my God, Sunny, I'm happy you're here. But you know what else Kimmy did? She called everybody else out. She said, are y'all not talking?
Yeah.
Sunny, like, what are y'all doing? Just like you said.
That was so rude. That was, yeah, I was actually getting angry. I was pretty angry at this episode throughout. Like, there were parts of it that I felt bad. By the time they got to the bus scene and Sunny is sitting all the way in the back and she starts to tell her infertility story. And then you can tell, like, she's wiping the tears from her eyes. And like, they're showing the women and they're like looking off into the sun. What the hell are you doing? Like, do you have no heart? It was just a heartless move on all of their parts. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. I was getting really mad.
Okay. Well, I think they were shot, but I do agree with you. It was one of those mean girl scenes where you could tell, like, if anybody, and I would think, once you get grown, everybody has had a situation where you've walked into a space and you know that you weren't wanted. You weren't wanted there. Nobody's welcoming you. Like I said,
but it's not their trip. They were
doesn't
all invited.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about it like it's human behavior, because it is. It doesn't matter that it's not their trip. They did what they did in the moment. They didn't give two craps. They were in shock, and this goes for Nell Fletcher too, because when Sunny finally makes it over to the group, she has to individually say hi to everybody. What's up, Nell? Hey, Tisha. Hey, Stormy. Like, no one spoke. They just I don't even think Trish spoke. No one spoke.
No.
So there, Stormy, Tisha. That's the way, at least that's the way production made it seem. And then these ladies got to get into the bus. And I think Nell Fletcher might have said something kind of snarky when Sunny was getting on. And Sunny just goes all the way to the back by herself, puts on her shades, child. And I was like, oh, girl is in her fifis for sure. For sure.
She should have been throwing karate chops is what she needed to do.
She was in her feelings. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get y'all comments. Welcome to the chat, everyone. 710 of you are watching. Thank you so much for joining the channel and listening to the review. Make sure you hit the like button. And we got a comment. Comment says, didn't Tisha say at dinner that she was an adult and that she could sit with someone and that she didn't like? So why was she treating Sunny like
exactly, Tasha? Exactly.
Okay, calm down, calm down.
Girl, listen.
Oh gosh,
You're getting all my energy on this because this was some BS.
Listen, everybody mad, and I need everybody to calm down. Everybody calm down. Everybody, okay? What are y'all doing?
I don't care. I'm sorry.
So Nell Fletcher gets on the bus. Sunny gets on the bus. She gets all the way to the back of that bus, and she looks like she has no friends. And all the ladies start talking about their children, because I think everybody's a mother on the bus, on this transport bus, except for Sunny. So they all start talking about, well, when you get to that second one, and all this will happen on the third, and so she's back there by herself. And then I think she may have said to Stormy, did you go through IVF or something like that? Or maybe Stormy was talking about using a surrogate. That's why I'm gonna get a surrogate for this second one. And she went, oh, you're going through IVF. And Stormy turns around and she's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, well, I went through IVF too. I'm on my, she basically said she had 2 failed cycles. And when she said that, Sunny just kept saying, or it's not Sunny, Stormy kept saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she was probably saying, I'm so sorry, because literally it felt like that entire conversation at that beginning was just all about children. And so when you hear someone say that they've had 2 failed cycles and you know that they're actively trying, I'm sure she was probably apologizing for the appearance of it being very insensitive to her. And so when she says that, I think that's what makes her cry. But Tisha says, you're going to get it the next time. And I think even Nell Fletcher was like, yeah, girl, it's going to happen for you. So they did try to say something to her. Because I had to watch that scene a couple of times just to make sure I was tapping into everybody's emotions. But they did say, I'm sorry. And I think they all felt guilty. When you look at the expressions on their face, they're all like, oh, why were we talking like that? They didn't know. Didn't know. So that's what I was to say.
And what I want to say to Trina M. So I don't consider, when I say that it's not their trip, what I'm referencing here is they didn't pay for the trip. They didn't plan the trip. They were all invited to go on this trip. So if everybody's invited, it shouldn't matter who else is coming.
Okay.
That's what I mean by it was not their trip. I'm not trying to say that it was Mel's trip. I'm not trying to say that Mel paid for the trip. I'm fully aware that the show paid for the trip and that they asked Mel to host it, or however they pull straws for someone to do it that particular season. But they're all invited. They're all invited. It wasn't money that they had to spend out of their pocket to go.
Okay. So we're going to stay out the chat, child. Because the chat will throw you off. So stay out the chat, okay?
Oh, I'm not mad. I just wanted to clarify. I just wanted to clarify where I was coming from.
All right. So I got the impression that everybody just felt like, we might have put our foot in it. So they did try to encourage her, but she was crying after it was all said and done. So you can tell that she was really upset. I doubt they paid for everybody on this trip. No, they paid for everyone. Everybody's ticket was paid for. That is some true tea for y'all. Everybody's ticket was paid for. Maybe not who is it? Shanita and Lauren. I don't know, but from what I heard, even Shanita and Lauren's tickets were paid for. That's what I heard. Okay. All right. Now, so they go from there, right? They were all on the bus, and now they are going over to the house. The ladies make it to the house. They're excited, like Mel was excited, like Mel and Shanita and Lauren, right? All right, so I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead, girl. Tell me what you thought.
All right, I'm gonna say it.
Oh my God. Maybe not talk.
I got something to say. All right. So here's my thought. Okay. I felt like someone was going to get the short end of the stick with sharing a room, right? I felt that Tisha should have shared a room because she brought a +1. I'm going to start there. Okay. So Tisha should have gotten the room with 2 beds. It should have been her and her +1, which would have been Destiny.
Okay.
I felt that the room that had the 3 beds in it should have been all of the other +1s. So that would have been the good doctor. Forgive me because I can't pronounce her name. The Lauren, is her name Sharnita or Shanita?
No R.
Shanita. I'm mixing her with the other lady. So it should have been Dr. Shanita. It should have been Lauren. This is just my opinion. Dr. Shanita, Lauren, and Sunny should have shared that room with the 3 beds because they were the +1s. I felt like the other cast members, all of the other cast members should have had their own room. That's just my opinion. If I was the host, that's probably how I would have struck that deal. I do feel like the people that got upset about the rooms were a little extra because, again, it's a free trip. Just enjoy yourself. I felt bad. This is another thing that kind of pissed me off. I felt bad because I really felt like they were giving Mel a hard time. Mel was trying to be so positive and like so upbeat, trying to like bring the situation in the room down, and they were just going at her like she ran over their mother's, I don't know, like she stole their bike. You know what I mean? And it was doing too much. In my opinion, it was just doing too much. I really thought Nail was doing too much. And I'm going to say it. I felt like Nail was a little jealous.
Okay.
I felt like Nail was a little jealous because Dr. Shanita was there, and Dr. Shanita was, I'm going to say it, claiming kind of, the main friend position for Melody.
Yeah, just going ahead and say it. Okay. So you're just over a couple of things, but I wanted to say this.
Yes.
When the ladies walk in the house, they're excited to be there. They're excited to see the rooms. And Mel has everybody name tags on their bed to let them know that's their room, right? So everybody's just kind of racing around the room to see where their name tags are. And immediately, this is when people start getting into their feelings. Now, Fletcher gets into her feelings because she said, listen, why don't I have a name tag? So she jumps on Mel right away. She's running. She's like, Mel, where's my room? Where's my room? And Melody is like, wait a minute. Like, I think she even said the words, are you coming at me about a name tag?
Right. Because she was just as shocked as everybody else.
Right. So I'm going to start with
Nell. A brain.
Nell Fletcher had a whole scene by herself, but she was like, Melody said, are you coming at me about a name tag? And she was like, yeah, because I keep those things. So she's like, that's my keepsake. She said, if you don't have a name for me, make one because I want my name tag.
Girl, doing way too much. You know what I would have done? I would have taken a bottle of ketchup and I would have squirted the name on her bed and said, here's your damn name, because you're doing way too much. You're too old for this. You're older than everybody in the room. And Mel giving her that dig was to remind her that her old ass was acting like a child.
So first I'm going to say, note to self, you are not allowed to plan any trips. Okay. I don't know what you're about putting ketchup on people's bed.
She said she wanted to see her name. I would have helped her out.
The lady went on a trip. She was her first girls trip or whatever. She wanted to make sure that she was being looked after. She's like, I feel like you didn't see me, or I was a second thought because I don't have what everybody else has. But Mel was very upset. I don't think she was upset. I think she was kind of shocked, but I think she was also like, tone it down. But then she took a jab at Nell Fletcher when she was like, I got you a room and you know how I feel about you. So if you know how I feel about you, why are you coming at me like this? It's almost like you're putting our friendship on a different level, because it really was a battle of friendship. Where do I fit?
Right.
You brought these other ladies here, but where do I fit?
Where do I fit in? I think she was trying to compete with Dr. Shanita.
Well, maybe she was, but you act like that don't happen in real life.
I'm saying it just shouldn't have happened here. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. It happens in real life, child. Everybody do it. Everybody. Okay. A lot of people do that. Like, wait a minute. Why am I not being acknowledged here? And I don't even think that she liked her room. I think she didn't even like her room, because when Mel said, we got you that room up in the corner because you're the elder, you're the one here. And those guys that were there cooking, she had a award-winning chef
From the Food Network.
On the Food Network.
Yes.
Cooking, child. He was like, yes, y'all see me. Y'all know what I'm about to do. Okay, I'm gonna get these hors d'oeuvres ready. But he was over there cooking. But when Melody said, but you are the oldest one here, all of that man's teeth were showing. Even in the blur, you could see him laughing. He was laughing. One of the other island boys was laughing. I was like, oh, she is embarrassed. Someone said that on the panel last night. So they were like, do you think she was embarrassed? Nell was embarrassed. She said, you ain't gonna keep playing me like I'm on these little fool, okay? Like, she was going crazy.
You do the best Nell impression.
Girl,
yes.
I like Nell Fletcher.
I like her too. I was just really upset about her in that moment. I thought that's just too much.
Yeah.
Hey, uppity.
What's up, uppity? Yes, child. She laid in on her. She was like, Nell, I'm gonna need you to calm it down, okay?
What? Kimmy is older than Nell? I didn't know that.
I think Nell is older than Kimmy.
Is she?
The age that's listed on Google is wrong. But even Nell Fletcher said, how you know how old I am? And she said, because you are older. How you know I'm older? Because you are older.
We know.
And then I think Shanita comes in. She was like, well, if it's the room, that's the problem, because I want everybody to have a good time. Why don't you just take my room? Mm-hmm. And Nell said, I don't want your room. And she said, well, I just want everybody to be, have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time. Like, she was like, you better get the hell away from me. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean when I was asking yesterday at the top of the panel. I said, have y'all ever had these situations? People have personality clashes immediately. You know who you like and who you don't like immediately. Nell Fletcher is an alpha. Shanita is an alpha. Kimmy is an alpha with other women. They don't like to be they don't like that. When Kimmy stepped to Nell Fletcher, Kimmy was all the way over here, child. She went, first of all, she was in her face. I thought her lips weren't going to say the words first. I thought she was going to come on out with the F-bomb, okay? Get the F out my face.
Well,
Nell Fletcher was so upset. And then Melody had to sidebar her twice. And she sidebarred her again and said, listen, on my vacays, I like to have a good time. You got to pipe this energy down. Martell isn't even here.
Right.
Martell isn't even here for you to fight with. So what is all of this?
Mm-hmm.
Nell Fletcher said, you ain't got to go. I'll go home. I was like, you haven't been able to call Fletcher. That's what it is. You told him you was there and he ain't called you back. And
it was something. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Nell, but she was doing way too much. She was doing way too much. And Kimmy about snapped, like, do not bring your old ass over here telling me what my old ass should be doing.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the old asses, child.
Oh.
Okay. All right, child. Now they outside. Now Tisha and Kimmy are outside by themselves. They didn't even come inside. They didn't bring this conversation to Melody. They outside fussing on their own. Tisha was on her phone saying, this is disrespectful. I don't know if she was calling Destiny. I don't know if she was texting Marceau, but them fingers were going to work. And they were upset. And basically they said they were upset because, and I ain't even gonna lie, I don't think that Kimmy had a full understanding. Do I have a picture of them? Let me put this picture up instead. You see Kimmy's face right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is after Trish says, y'all got 3 beds. Who's in your room? And Kimmy said, it's me and Tisha. And then Trisha says, Destiny must be in the room with y'all. Kimmy looks down at Tisha and she actually whispers, but you can hear her on mic. I forgot about Destiny. Like, they were so upset about the room they didn't even connect the destiny piece yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they hadn't connected the destiny piece, and y'all can go back and watch it. I ain't lying. Okay, at least Kimmy didn't. Kimmy didn't connect it all together. And when she looks down at Tisha, she's like, it's almost like, bitch, we being played because destiny coming. That's how the two of them react to each other. You saw it too, Captain Venus. Okay, go back and watch it. I swear to y'all, Kimmy looks down at Tisha and she had this light bulb moment like, and now they are both pacing back and forth. But this was all due to Miss Trisha, okay, who is not demure, not mindful,
Not cutesy.
not cutesy, okay?
Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
She's not cutesy. Baby, Trisha came on outside to piss people off. She went,
Yeah.
she couldn't put all of us together. Now, they wouldn't have liked rooming with my ass, but all the same, I was like, Trisha.
For anyone that doesn't know, that's a TikTok trend that's going around. Everybody keeps saying they're mindful, demure, and cutesy.
Can the real Trisha please stand up? Because baby, all of Trisha came out. I was like, who is she now? I don't know. I don't know who she is. But she came out there, dropped that little tidbit on them. Kimmy was damn near pacing back and forth, child holding the temples together like, this is why I don't do girls trip. This is some bull. Tisha was like, this is disrespectful. And she was like, this is why we're in this room, because Mel knew that, thank you again, Captain Venus, for blessing the channel. She said, this is why we shouldn't be here. I had no idea. Okay. Trisha ends up getting basically squeezed out of the conversation. Because right now it is all about Kimmy and Tisha, and they are talking out there until it gets dark. That's how long they are out there. When Melody finishes up having her one-on-one with Nell Fletcher, is it Sunny? Sunny says to Mel, you better go outside and talk to Tisha and Kimmy, because they're upset about their rooms. And Mel throws her hand up like, what now?
Right.
Okay.
Like we ain't even been here an hour yet, and I've gotta calm 85 people down from walking off the ledge. It's too much.
Right. She's like, this is the first day. What is going on?
She's probably thinking, I got 4 kids and they're way easier.
So she ends up going outside. Child. Let me put her picture back up. She ends up going outside, and I put this up because Mel's face when she's laughing at Nell and Kimmy, and even Tisha's face, when you are mad like that and people are laughing, it only makes you more mad. And once you start crying and you're mad, you're only crying because you're really trying not to go to prison at that point.
You're super frustrated. I totally agree.
You see your life going before your eyes, and you're like, God, please don't let me make this temporary mistake be like a permanent part of my life choices. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I just ask that you take whatever is in me, the fire that is raging in me, take
it, because somebody's going in the water, and it ain't gonna be me. Right.
You about to get this work, but she comes on out there. Okay, yeah. If you cry, and I'm telling you right now, once you start crying, for most people, it's because I'm trying to decide if I want to, stay at home or if I want to go to jail. If that's it. Do you want to stay home or do you want to go to jail?
Right. Yeah.
Island. She can't go home just immediately. Okay.
Right. Got the kids. I got, school starting in a week. I mean, you got a lot of things going on.
Right. I got a grandbaby on the way. I got a friend I'm trying to do. But at the same time, with everything that I'm in love with, I want to strangle Nell with the same amount of passion.
Right.
Okay. So she is out there. And when Melody comes out, they're actually talking very normal to each other. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're talking very normal to each other. They are like, listen, Kimmy just basically says, listen, I feel like with everything we've done or experienced together, we should have had more consideration. Like that room for the 3 of us sharing one bathroom, it doesn't feel right for us, Mel. And Mel says, okay, which is, listen, at the end of the day, they said what the grievance was. I think that I thought this was the best part, one of the best parts of the show.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with Dr. Shanita is the other one. So
Mm-hmm.
in this moment, I'm like, this is how grown folks would work things out. Just say it and then let the other person say what they got to say.
Right.
He says it, and Tisha says, this really lets us know how you feel about us, okay? She used the word us, and Kimmy was probably like, I don't even care if she roomed you with Destiny. Why am I in it?
Right. Why am I in it? That was my question. Like, oh, wow, Kimmy caught that stray, and she, she should.
Right, so she caught the stray. So Melody goes, and she went, I really wasn't thinking about it like that. I swear to God. She was like, at the end of the day, we got so much stuff planned. We're not even going to be in our rooms. Like, you guys are focused on the wrong thing. If it's, she basically says she offered the room, and y'all already heard the audio. I played that a little earlier, where she said, the whole house is ours. You can make a decision about where you would like to stay or sleep. It's okay. Okay. So she gets that out in that moment. But before they could all hug and make up whatever they're going to do, because they was on their wind down, here comes Nell Fletcher. What's going on out here?
Yeah. Girl. Dipping and dapping. You know what I'm saying? Dipping and dapping.
Nell comes out there and spoils the moment.
Of course.
Now, this is where things go a little haywire, because
spoils the moment that was over. Like Mel had it wrapped up and put a bow on it, and here she comes.
Okay, here she comes.
All right, sorry.
Here she comes. But she kind of just piggybacked off of what Tisha said, because Tisha said, she was like, I know you guys weren't happy with the room arrangements in Houston. And Tisha said, well, we made the best of it, or something to that extent. And Nell Fletcher said, exactly, because I'm squeezed between y'all asses, and y'all gonna have to make the best of it. And after she says that, Kimmy tilts her head like, I fucking knew I was going to jail. She comes off that stoop and literally gets in her face, and it looks like she swats her hand, like, get your damn hand out my face. I don't need all this. I don't need a grown up telling another grown up what they got to deal with, or whatever the case may be. Girl, she started rolling in. She was letting Nell Fletcher have it. I'm sorry. I know people said, let's see, Dyana, didn't Sunny send Nell out there? Okay, yes. I didn't know if it was Sunny. Did I say Sunny? I thought I said Sunny.
Yeah, it was Sunny that sent her out. Yeah.
So Sunny sent her out. But yeah, she literally, those two go back and forth, and you could just feel the energy. But it was really Kimmy's energy that was like the bigger deal. I don't think Nell actually expected Kimmy to fly off the handle like that. But once she did, Nell Fletcher was trying to meet her. She was like, okay, you stand there, I'm staying here. I'm not afraid of you. We can both go. It's okay. They just started going back and forth. And when they were doing it, Melody was sitting on the other side with this big smile on her face, like, come on, y'all. Cut that out, y'all. Oh, we ain't pulling no wigs now. Come on. Like, she was like trying to swat every little thing they were saying. Tisha was laughing at first, but then Tisha felt threatened. Nell Fletcher walks off. She walks off. And then you can hear her say, nobody cares about y'all something asses. And Kimmy like, my ass is right here, Nell. My ass is right here. You can tell Kimmy isn't 100%. You can tell by her movements. They are very, what's the word? Labored. Some of her, when she's trying to react fast, her reaction is a little slow. It's a little slow, okay? She said that Nell impression is on point, baby. And you know my throat is already raspy, so it's coming. Thank you so much, Captain Venus. But yeah, anywho, listen, she said, my ass is right here now. If this is why you want to go, this is how you want to go. And then both Kimmy and Tisha start saying, see this right here, this is what we ain't gonna do. This is what we ain't gonna do. And even at this moment, Melody is just like, okay, y'all, let's just calm down. Listen, it's good. There's like a whole bunch of rooms in the house. We can figure it out. And she was
basically saying, you're only going to be in that room to sleep. You're not going to be in there all damn day.
She did. She was trying to get them on the same page. They just wasn't. She was like,
Right.
"Oh, let's go get dressed.
It's like Vegas. You're never going to be in the room.
We about to get some hors d'oeuvres. Like, calm down. Everybody calm down, okay?" That was funny. But anyway, that's really how the scene ended. Did you have anything? Did I leave anything out, y'all? I don't remember. It was funny. Y'all have to go and catch it. There was a lot of moments. But in that scene, Kimmy and Nell Fletcher, and I said this in a previous scene when Kimmy left Nell Fletcher, a previous episode from last season. Kimmy purposely left Nell Fletcher out of that Black Expo roundtable discussion. They were supposed to all talk about how to make the next Black Expo better. And Kimmy purposely didn't invite Nell Fletcher. Nell Fletcher rolled up on Kimmy at her office, and she was like, "Why didn't you invite me?" And Kimmy said, "Well, I didn't think you need to be there. You weren't at the first one. You ain't got to be at this one either. Okay. I made an executive decision. We don't need your opinion." And Nell Fletcher was like, "I have been a businesswoman in this community. You don't make those decisions. And Tisha told me she was going to invite me. So what you did is you just, you broke a promise between me and this group, and I don't appreciate it." Anyway, it felt like a power play. And I feel like, again, these ladies, there's a lot of clashing personalities. So it was funny. Kimmy called the meeting. Yes, Kimmy called the meeting. You're right. She was the one who called the meeting. Okay. So listen, long story short, now everybody is supposed to meet for hors d'oeuvres. Is that what happens in the scene? Or this is where they do the little dance scene?
They have like the people come in costumes and do the traditional dances for the,
Okay.
I want to call it Mardi Gras, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called there, but it's, some sort of festive event that they have every year.
So they're all dressed in their garb, and they're, at the house, and they're dancing with the ladies and trying to get them in a good mood, get their spirits up. They are hunching on everybody, child. Shaking and throwing the lays. Carnival.
Thank you.
Carnival, that's the name of it. So they're doing their thing, trying to bring everybody to a happier place. And I thought it was cute. And Melody was like, y'all never vacate until you do it the Melody Cherie way. Okay. So they get through that scene, and now we get to the tough part. All right, girl. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you, Venus. Child, she must have played them slots over there at the South Pole. She must have hit on the slots over there at the South Pole. Okay, so these ladies right here is going to set it off at the table, child. They're sitting there eating their food, and it must have been good, okay? But the conversation really picks up when Tisha asks the question. Well, Mel said she was bringing her single friends. So what makes y'all, so fun, or whatever she was trying to ask? What make y'all the fun friends, or how are y'all different from the married friends? Okay. Quote.
Yeah. Listen, she's all over the single married thing. She does too much with that. She really just needs to calm down and not worry about it. She opened that door. I just want to say that.
Who said they would like a little more D in my face? What? I would have liked a little D in my face, but that's just me.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I got to stay out the chat myself. My bad. Okay. So she asked about them damn single friends, and it changed the energy. Like whatever they were talking about before, it felt like everything changed, baby. Them tables turned right then and there. Dr. Shanita said, "Sit this one out, Mel. I got it." Okay.
She came ready. Now, let me tell you, Shanita came ready.
She looked across that table. Now, this is where everything goes awry. You had to be paying attention, okay? Look, she is still coming with it. Another membership has been gifted, child. Thank you.
I love it.
The members. Okay, so she said, Dr. Shanita was like, you know, they started talking about friendships basically after she said, what's the difference between the single friends and the married friends? But even Melody kind of like was like, what are you trying to say? And I was like, what am I missing? What's going on? What's going on? But then they start talking about how friendships are just as important as marriages, and you want to make sure that your friend knows your needs. Like, I want the kind of friend that knows when I'm down, knows when I'm out, knows when I need that phone call, that pick me up, whatever those things are. And Kimmy was like, yeah, that's one of the best explanations I've ever heard of friendship. So I appreciate that explanation, right? They basically just, they chilling, they talking it out. But then Dr. Shanita says, and y'all, don't come for me. I'm just asking y'all what happened. I'm just telling y'all what happened. Dr. Shanita says, well, what kind of friend are you? Can you, talk to people or be friends with people you don't like? And Tisha says, yeah, I can be friends with people I don't like. I mean, we're all adults. I think it's cool to be friends with people. I mean, not friends, but to come into rooms and still be able to engage. And
except for Sunny, clearly, because you just missed the boat on that. But go ahead.
well, she ended up talking to Sunny later, though. But she says, but that's when Stormy chimes in and goes, we don't like each other. Okay, we don't like each other. And
that's true. They don't. Yeah.
And I think it was just one of those moments where nobody knew that the whammy was about to come, because the whammy was coming. Now, I'm saying this because it's funny. Just after they wrapped up 5th season, when everybody said we ain't talking to nobody, that was the mode of operation. We don't like each other, but we can film together. And so when she said it, I was like, well, she's still speaking on the same theme. Now, pay close attention and y'all go back and watch it. Don't come for me yet. Go back and watch it, okay? But this is when Shanita clocks in. She leans over to Mel. She go, watch her. You better watch her. And that's when Tisha looks. Tisha's face just went like this, and she stares Dr. Shanita in the eyeballs, okay? And she said, what do you mean by that? She went, I'm just saying, if you can be friends with somebody and you don't like, or you can sit beside somebody and make them think you cool when you don't like them, watch her. And Tisha went, you could tell that she was just pissed. I don't even actually remember the words. She was just like, okay, I just think that you should be able to still go into rooms, be cool with people, even if you're not. And again, this was the theme, 6th season. We can be in rooms together without going after each other or making shit bad, right? Even worse.
That was supposed to be, yes.
That was the rule in 6th season. Even though they've been working little baby steps up to this point. They've been working little baby steps, but Tisha was just regular shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is when things get crazy. Because Dr. Shanita says to Tisha, I think they start talking about destiny, or Melody actually is the one who brings it up. Melody said, well, since we're talking about people that don't like each other, Trisha, and Trisha's a new girl. She said, Trisha, like, what I do? She went, you don't like Sunny because of destiny? Go on ahead and speak your damn piece. Baby, the way the table flipped out on Sunny, and I mean Trisha, Stormy, Tisha, Nell Fletcher, they flipped out on Sunny. Did Sunny say anything at all? Did she say anything at all? They was like, you were her friend. Don't try to act like you weren't her friend. You were her friend, damn it.
Yeah, she did say something. She said that she only went out with Destiny once, and it was for a work trip.
She said, I only went out with her once and it was for a work trip. This is when Dr. Shanita said, go ahead and hold my beer, boo. You ain't chiming in enough. You're not taking care of this. She said, and what if she did? It don't matter if she went out with her once, twice, 3 times, or maybe, God damn it. Y'all problem is with Moses, not with Sunny.
Yeah, but they still called Sunny a liar. They were like, no, we saw y'all.
They did, but the way the scene is chopped, it was like, she said, I don't care what y'all think. Mel was cracking up. Okay. I don't think anybody knew how to take Shanita, because she was just like, I'm about to rat tat 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 that ass. So I don't care. I don't care what y'all think. You're about to get it today. I was like, listen, We all live for Melody's reads, baby. We waiting for that next T-shirt. Go on ahead and
Right.
let it
Exactly.
go. Okay, she wouldn't let Mel get anything out, child. Mel was like, "Oh, I had a snappy comeback, but you not right now, not right now." So anyway, she gets through that whole point, and then I think it was Nell Fletcher who says, "Well, where Destiny? Is Destiny coming? Because I don't like to talk about her behind my back." Tisha looks over at Nell Fletcher, puts a smirk on her face, and go, "I don't know. Is she coming? Is she
Right. Is she on a boat someplace? Is she paddling over? What's going on?
right? Like, girl, this ain't the time, okay? Shush, shush." But I think they figure out that Destiny is coming. And Tisha, I think that's when Shanita says, "Listen, this is how I know you ain't a friend. Because with everything that Mel and Destiny been through, why in the hell would you bring her here?" And Tisha goes, "Mel, you know Destiny was coming. You know she was coming. I sent you the text." And that's when Mel said, Destiny. Okay. And she
Yes.
says it with a mouthful of food, and all I could see was crackers. Like, boosh, boosh, boosh. I was like, everybody's about to get it. First it's Shanita, now it's Mel. Everybody
Listen.
is slapping everybody. But when she said F Destiny, Sunny bent her head down like, oof. Kimmy went, oof. Stormy was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Why are we here? Tisha just did that little shake off. She was so embarrassed. You could see it. She went, oof. She shook it off. And that's how the scene ends. It was one of the most fantastic things.
Yeah. I love that scene. I will say that for me, this
Yes.
episode for me is when Sunny gained her. I have so much more respect for Sunny now.
You have some, okay, you have respect for Sunny. Listen, I'm not gonna I liked Sunny on a live that she did Saturday morning. She did a live, and it I liked the live. And I thought that she seemed very genuine in the live. That's why I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I'm sure it's on somebody's channel. Y'all can go back and watch it. But this scene, the reason why I like what's going on here
Mm-hmm.
is because we haven't had these ladies have a real conversation about anything. Even in 6th season, when they all had that meeting at Kimmy's whatever place of business she had them at, had her and Tisha have a sit down. Mel and Tisha never really got anything out. I want to see them. I think that they are far enough away from that old stuff to have a genuine conversation. And I'm looking forward to it. It looks like Mel is going to have her thoughts on her things she needs to say to Destiny next week. Because when Destiny made that comment, baby, she geared up like, wait a minute. Okay, let's get to it. Because Destiny going to make a comment about Melody grooming Coleslaw to be a better cheater. What did she call her? Girl, I forgot how she said it.
A better
Tell me in the chat, y'all.
What was it?
A better side chick.
Was a better No, how to cheat respectfully, wasn't it?
Cheat respectfully. Ooh, respectful cheating. Remember that theme, season 2, when
Yes.
they all went on a trip and Marceau said to Tisha,
Mm-hmm.
Tisha, what does it matter if I'm doing respectful cheating? Respectful cheating has come up again in this scene. So this is for next week. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it too, because Mel's about to kick some ass.
I want to see if Dr. Shanita pounce on Destiny.
Yes. In this particular episode for Sunny, and I just want to explain my respect for her. I think I could tell a little bit more that she doesn't care. Like, this isn't her vibe.
Doesn't care for what?
She just doesn't care to have these type of dramatic conversations. It's just not her vibe. And you can tell it's just not her vibe, or she's just like, look, I there's 1,000 other things I could be doing right now, yet I'm sitting here talking to you, trying to defend a position about something that doesn't even matter, because it ain't gonna change. Shit ain't gonna change. It's gonna stay the same. Okay. So I think I gained more knowledge of her in this episode, and I think I respect her a bit more because of it too.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. Sunny was a producer on the show, so she knows what the show is about. I have no respect for anybody who shows up in season 8 and say, I don't know what the show is about. So everybody who walks in the door as a newbie, whether it's Trish, Ken, Marquez, y'all got to play the game because it's been on the air for 8 seasons now. So everybody got to come in knowing what's expected. So I want to see everybody play their part. We know Destiny is coming. Now I want to see her play her part because Mel is going to get a conversation started with Destiny where she said, what's the text message, Destiny? When did he send it? When was the last time he sent you a text?
Oh, yeah, I want to see that.
And when she says that, I'm like, okay, Mel is literally being the bone carrier.
Instigator. Okay? Yes, I know.
Bone carrier. She was the bone carrier with Trisha in this scene, and she's about to be the bone carrier next week. So
yeah, I can't wait.
Forward to it because I've said to y'all, if you have been following me for day one, I said to y'all, sometimes they don't get to the hard conversation, so they have to bring these outsiders in to say things. That's what they did with Tiffany and stuff like that. So sometimes they'll bring outsiders in to try to let's beef this up. We need people to talk, and they won't do it. Now they've put them on this island. Now they're talking. And that's all I want. I TV, okay? I want to thank Naturally, let me make sure I say your name, Naturally Be Yourself for becoming a new member. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Listen, it was an excellent episode on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to give it a 8. What do you give it?
Oh, I'll give it a 9.5. I thought this was probably the best episode of the season. This for me was tops.
Okay.
This for me was tops. And I think too, boy, is this a horrible thing to say. Chow, I'm just saying all the things today. I think it was because there were no men. The women were great. The women were great. They were dramatic. They brought the right amount of drama, a perfect amount of laughter, right? And they still balanced it out with, coming together at the end. So I thought it was perfect.
I think they may have something. So I said, did you mean to say a 10? 8 is a little low. Did I mean to say a 10?
You probably did mean to say a 10 because you typically rate this show way higher than any other person on the planet. But
I'll say this. If this becomes a theme, like them always going on a girls' trip, someone hosting, and them just working out whatever problems they have in the season, I think it will kick the show up a notch because we do need to see the ladies work out their differences.
Yeah, this season's been a bit of a snooze.
Okay.
I feel like this season's been a bit of a snooze. Like this, like we're rounding the end of this season or this I don't even, is it a season? Is it an A, a B? I don't know. But we're rounding the end and it's really just now getting super juicy.
Okay. And that's how it works because we got introduced to new characters. But you're right. We're just now getting to something super juicy. Mel is definitely promoting the show because she was telling people you don't have to watch the second half, child, in order to see what happens. So she was out there promoting it. Angela Ward wants anybody to know, was Destiny wearing an F?
She was was it an F Destiny or was it Free Destiny? Wasn't it a Free Destiny t-shirt?
Okay, well, apparently Angela has changed it up and she said that she has F
Free starts with an F, Angela. I'll give it to you.
But that's pretty good. Anywho, you guys, thank you again, Venus. Venus has hit the slot machine over there in the South or the North Pole. I'm not sure where she was, child, but she is being very generous and I love her for it. Thank you so much, child, for blessing the channel. Thank you guys for becoming members. Thank you to all the mods and everyone who came over to have a good time with us today. You guys have been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to see y'all on the next one, okay?
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.